Hey everyone, I wanted to quickly go over the new and exciting news we got for Monster Hunter Rise on the Nintendo Switch. In less than 24 hours, the development team put out 2 separate internal interviews with different developers for the game, and I wanted to go over the new information that we got and the main takeaways. First, we'll go over the interview with visual illustrator for the game, Inoichi, discussing a bit about the art that you see presented all across the game and a look to the village map for the very first time, among a few other things. Then producer Ryoso Sugimoto spoke about the wire bug and their main influence and ideas behind it. So starting out, Inoichi, when discussing the art of the game, explains that the UI has been specifically tailored with the Nintendo Switch handheld mode in mind. Things like chat stamps have been made small but legible enough by providing transparent parts that don't cover the action that's happening in the background. A big motto for the team is comfort when working specifically with the UI layout. Another interesting point being brought up in the interview is that the village map clearly exemplifies the atmosphere for the game. The soft tone and old Japanese text look goes hand in hand with the feel of the game and something that they're hoping for people to experience. Sadly, the image we were provided is small enough and not very detailed in the original interview, but thanks to the English text we actually get to see all of the locations in the village. The Steelworks is the location where you fix and manage your armor and weapon. The Buddy Plaza is where you go to recruit more Palicos and Palamutes. The training area is the zone that we've seen with the Mecha Tetranodon being housed, where you prepare and get used to your combos in each one of your weapons. Your room is exactly what it sounds like. Your quarters, in which as of now we don't actually know how customizable they might be, if it's anything like Monster Hunter World. The village entrance is presumed to be the place where you depart on to do specifically village missions. The Gathering Hub entrance, Gathering Hub prep area, and the Gathering Hubs are all next to each other, and this is where you typically sort out all of your pre-mission and pre-quest needs. Also in the subsequent shot, we actually get a quick glance at the hunter standing right next to the starting point in the Shrine Ruins, but interestingly enough, the map is fully hidden. So you'd presume that unlike the demo where the map was fully being displayed at all times, in the full game you'll have to discover the map as you go along and explore it. In the interview they mentioned that Japanese aesthetic art is all over the game in just about everywhere you look, and the recap screen is no different for each one of the missions, where you see your quest completed screen with mission details and goals achieved. Moving over to the other interview where producer Sugimoto spoke about the wire bug in the game overall, he makes the case that the goal of the team has always been making a Monster Hunter game that you can play at any time, anywhere, and with anyone, and that's their driving and biggest focus. In keeping with that idea, Traversal is the biggest new factor for the game. Climbing a cliff to reach a certain material or endemic life can be as fun as the hunt itself, or simply viewed as an extension of it. He echoes that if you see a boundary on the map, you can probably go there. And this is a quote that's similar to when Breath of the Wild was being released and how Nintendo's approach for that game was specifically to go anywhere you actually want. Producer Sugimoto says that because the wire bug is a new feature, it'll take some time to get used to, but it's worth the investment in learning it and learning it properly, although it's not being forced onto players. Riding a Palamute and climbing are still a possibility even without the use of the wire bug, so people have the freedom to choose however they want to approach exploration. However, if you actually manage to master the wire bug, then it becomes an important tool when the combat is involved, significantly expanding your moves repertoire, giving players more choice on top of an already rich amount of strategy the game offers without it. So that's about all the information we got in both of these quick rapid-fire interviews with the developers. It seems like Capcom is starting to ramp up the marketing beat once again, and I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see the next major trailer drop within the next week or two. If you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya!